You ask yourself, a leader is just about 60, 80 years maximum. When did he own the oil which is below? When did he come to be the owner of gold? You know, let even these things be translated in our local languages so that we come to know exactly what we are doing.
Now, talking about the point of democracy, I think democracy started to infiltrate into Africa, which we have a democratic or political system here in the European country and in America. Do you really think that democracy has helped? Has it been any of any help concerning the state that we are in, or could democracy be a solution in this area?
May I tell you? Me as a Muganda, I will tell you, we had a democracy even before Europeans came. That's why I told you that word, kulamula. It means when you do it, you end the results, you end up with the peace, you end up with the justice, you end up with the love. Therefore, we had even a better system than the Bazungu, but because ours is not written, you always think that democracy was brought by the European. That's why I'm trying to tell you now, let people sit together, decide the way they are going to be governed without copying. You know, some of these English words, democracy, democracy. In Uganda, they tell you democracy means majority, which I dispute, because you cannot take away my house because the majority on the village wants my house. Mine is mine. Yes. Therefore, the way they misinterpret those words is what brings us trouble. And you heard me say, let even these things be translated in our local languages so that we come to know exactly what we are doing, other than talking those words, democracy, federal, whatever. Let what people decide. You can name it whatever you want, but once that is a decision by the people and the will of the people. And the Constitution must be respected by all leaders. You don't have to come and threaten him because you have a gun. You have to comply because I'm the one electing you. And at times you find even they threaten religious leaders. Don't talk about politics. And that is short-sightedness. A religious leader is talking about spiritual things.
Yes.
And a human being, you have a body, inside is where the spirit is. When you stop the one talking, preaching the spiritual, it means he should pull out the spirit. And once the spirit is pulled out, you are a dead person. So would politicians talk to dead people? You know, you must see this is how they are being teasing. Even a religious person is a political animal. All people are political animals. The only thing is religious leaders should not be partisans. Cultural leaders cannot be partisans, but otherwise they are political. And in fact, politics is a branch of culture. How can you come to a cultural leader and you call him, he should not talk about politics? When he tells you they will be feminine, he wants his people to grow more food. That is political, but that is his true aspect.
Yes.
And that is the usefulness of that culture. So now, that is why I'm saying, let people determine their destiny, not by voting, not by what? By a right.
By right. Thank you very much for those words of wisdom. We've heard it from the Honorable himself, that let the power return from below, from the people, and be
bottom to top. Bottom to top.
Originates from?
Power should originate from bottom to top, not top, bottom, as it is today.
Wow, powerful words of wisdom. You remember we are on the 50th year of Uganda celebration, and I believe these words are revolutionary and they're inspiring and they're encouraging. This is what we need to hear from this 50th year as a liberation of our celebration.
That's why I've told you we have formed a company called Evolution for Human Dignity Limited, Foundation Limited,
yes,
to be able to spread that civic education, that people we can come up, whether you are in diaspora, you can make a branch. Whether you're in Uganda anywhere, you make a branch for educating. That's why it must involve all Ugandans, not only a few. As people think there are few who can liberate you. No, we have only to be together. We make a crusade, we demand. Yes. And nobody, whether he has a nuclear whether tear gas or AK-47 will not work if we are joining together and tell the leader as a united group, this is our consensus and we believe in this and fine.
Thank you very much.
Temizike jaffe kuvadda jo jakyukamu tegiba nkona gye gimu akadongo akali akamu keeyawulamu n'abantu abaali awamu nabo ne beeyawulamu kyenva Oluganda miziki ssente mbyawuddemu ndyabulamu nsiseemu nze ntambuddemu nkomyewo system yemu ngiyingiddemu ng'omukyamu ogivaamu nga mulimu ekivuddemu anneesimbamu kuno Sseruganda oziguddemu ndabirwamu ye kyekyo weerabamu Katonda oba sitaani ekyo gwakyeyawuliramu kimanyike neno game nayo ogivuddemu lugaffe yakwewakana dde